So when this theatre was built, we were given the opportunity to contribute by planting a seed. I took up the chance because, it's not every day that a theatre company that I work with has built a theatre. So it was a great chance for me to, contribute something meaningful and I thought was worthy.
Ivan and Tony, who are dear friends for many years, shared this whole dream about their own home. I was like, wow, yes, finally,
So I was looking for an opportunity to give back, and I found that Wild Rice had the kind of programs that interest me. And I also wanted to do something in my father's name because he passed away 20 years ago. So I wanted to mark the 20th year with something meaningful for the arts because he was someone who was an arts practitioner. Plant a seat was a very clever and nice way to acknowledge a person. And I particularly like choosing this seat because my dad was someone who worked in the back. You never saw his face. He sold tickets, he would be stage manager, he would enable shows, but he never would sit in the seat. And so it was nice to plant a seat in the front row because it's a wonderful way to remember somebody who contributed.
My mother, she went to London in the 1950s and she went to RADA, England's Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, the biggest school for artists. My early history and my mother's history were as before theatre was an industry. The idea of a theatre industry didn't exist. Now we see that a real industry has grown up. By supporting the seats, we are actually acquiring a real solid piece of the infrastructure. It's just wonderful that the theatre has come to where creators, actors and artists can even think of having a place in society.
The theatre and performing arts are so important to our family, and I think that's part of our thought about sponsoring a seat and continuing to support Wild Rice because it's been a part of my whole life, and with both of our children exploring a path into the performing arts, we feel like we want to support any kids or young people that want to pursue this.
This sense of giving back is so important to me because I feel like the arts has always nurtured me and I should nurture it back. So I've bought 3 seats and I've dedicated it, one to Kiwi, which is my Shiba Inu, and one to my partner, to the people that I love and care the most. Then I thought it would be a great honor for them to have their names on the seat.
I think it's a worthwhile cause, and I think I would encourage more people to consider supporting the arts, drama and music scene in Singapore. So that's my wish for people who come to this theatre, that they will find joy, laughter, love, peace, something that they can take home with them. It's a wish really for every person to have a chance to experience this.
We've been fans of Wild Rice for over 8 years, and it just seems like they really focus on their main goal of Singaporean theatre for Singaporeans, Singapore stories. And we feel like over time, this company will stay. Like Singapore, it'll continue to grow and evolve. So we feel like we want to continue to support that.
Theatre is faster at capturing the pulse of what's really happening. And helping us reflect on it in a way that may not be done in Parliament and may not be done in court. But that conversation is, I think, extremely important, and that's why this location is fantastic. When you zoom out of this building, the first thing you see is Parliament House, and then across the street you see the Supreme Court. Theatre needs to be in the center of where all this is happening. For me, that was one of the clincher reasons why my wife and I decided to support the theatre and plant a seed here.
The creative work that Wild Rice does, it's very special, very rare, and I hope that the audience in Singapore can acknowledge and recognize the gift that theatre gives to the masses that get to come and watch and laugh and cry, and acknowledge that all this takes so much money, takes so much time, takes so much heart and effort. We can come and sit in the seats, we can do more to support.
I mean, doing theatre is not exactly the most financially rewarding activity you can do in Singapore, but we do it because we're passionate and we believe the importance of art and good theatre. It uplifts people, it gives us hope, it educates us. I hope to see more people joining the theatre and being part of this community, and realize its importance to society at large. And I hope more young people will always keep this tradition alive. It's a tradition worth fighting for and living for.